Okay, I don't know who you are, but let me just tell you, Gonzalez is not just a confetti cannon at the Pride Parade. Um, Hold on just a second. Okay, so maybe you think you have some sort of authority, all right? But if we're talking at the level we're actually talking at, right? Because you're completely qualified. Just listen to this.
Of the United Nations. In its resolution of November 18, 1953, this General Assembly suggested, and I quote, that the Disarmament Commission study the desirability of establishing a subcommittee consisting of representatives of the powers principally involved, which should seek in private an acceptable solution and report such a solution to the General Assembly and to the Security Council not later than September 1, 1954. The United States, heeding the suggestion of the General Assembly of the United Nations, is instantly prepared to meet privately with such other countries as may be principally involved to seek an acceptable solution to the atomic armaments race, which overshadows not only the peace but the very life of the world.
Do you recognize that voice? That's former General and former President Dwight Eisenhower, Dwight D. Eisenhower, right? Do you recognize that voice? I don't think that subcommittee meant meet in private with a proxy that's going to require you to engage in act of prostitution, or you're going to just be a loose nuke bounced around on the street. I don't think that's what they meant. You are actually required to meet with me in person. Nothing at all gets resolved, and nothing at all gets attributed as or for anybody else, especially for private use. No, it never did. That's what you did. You stole those tapes because those tapes had this speech on it in Bermuda. In Bermuda, like the Bermuda Proving Ground, right? You know, our allies. Nothing, nothing you've done has been in any way acceptable. You were actually, literally required to actually, literally meet with me in person. If you needed a private meeting, as in we are not sitting before cameras or we do not have it broadcast to the public, that gave you no right to kidnap me and isolate me and try to chastise me because I won't be a prostitute. You are literally required to meet with me personally. No proxies, no substitutes, nothing. Nothing gets transferred, and nothing gets acknowledged as being purchased, as being paid for, as being divested, as being invested. Nothing until you meet with me in person. I have every right to be as public as necessary to repudiate what you're doing. This is a public broadcast that was made before people. A public broadcast saying, we understand that there has been a request to address matters at this level. In this way, we agree. Who the hell did you think you got your authority from to do what you've been trying to get away with? I repeat, you are required to meet with me, literally, in person. Period.